Long story, but feel free to read and give some advice. Don't mind some real advice, BC ik him in the wrong for what I'm about to tell y'all. Backstory on my ex, let's call him Toast. So we dated over 2 years ago and it was long distance, aka my first ever long distance, plus he was in a whole nother country and I was back in our hometown. When we first met he was still over there, but we always knew about each other, BC same friends / town. He ended up coming back to town and we met in person. Connection was instant. We had long talks and even went on a weekend trip in the month he had here. By the way, he was stationed over there, medical field. Anyways, he left in January and asked me out in February over FT, was super cute. We didn't last long, prob till April/May, BC. I cheated on him with my current BF. Let's call him Ball. So I broke up with Toast and basically got with Ball. Yuck, him horrible, sue me. Backstory of my current BF aka Ball. We started dating a few months after my breakup and it was good, but I was still cheating in doing my own stuff for a while till I actually took Ball serious. FYI, he basically TYB from Toast, BC. They were friends. We've been together now for 2 years and for a fact I got my karma worked for sure with Ball. Half the relationship was horrible and at a point there was more bad than good. Side note, whole time Toast is at sea's end, not in town yet. But anyways, I do love Ball, but I think I fell out of love with him, especially because I've cheated numerous of times. Even though it wasn't physical, I still cheated. Okay, so fast forward to now. You've finally seen my ex after 2 years with closure or just anything, BC. Again, he was so far. But we talked in person and I apologized for what I did, and TBH, I actually finally felt better, BC. I always beat myself up for it and have never apologized to anyone for cheating. After that first link up, me and Ball were broken up for a bit. We don't talk, but we would see each other at mutual parties, and I wouldn't even say hi, but Ball and Toast dabs each other up, and it's just so awkward for me, LMAO. Fast forward few months in, I start having the urge to text him, and he will constantly pop up in my mind at least once a day. This was going on every few months throughout this year. We started texting more often and hung out twice, and I had him over at my crib. We said Iley and had S****, and I feel so guilty for what Eve done. My BF doesn't deserve it, even if we've had a rocky relationship, still doesn't justify it. So now, I feel the need to definitely break up with Ball, but I don't know how to. The timing, everything will be crazy differently when I do it. And in my head in mind I have to break up with him, ESPBC. I had S***W Toast. And first time having S***W anyone else in general. I love Ball, but I also love Toast. And probably in love too. Toast was the right person, wrong time type of person, and Ball is the he was there at the right time type of person. It what I need from this, but I needed to vent. Feel free to tear me apart. I probably need to hear it anyways. Side note, when I break up W Ball, I will not be dating Toast, and we've made it super clear that we will need time, BC. We know we want it at the end, but trust is not there. Me breaking up W Ball is to do all the stuff Eve doing now, but single and guilt-free and not hurting anyone. So yeah. Comments. Break up with Ball and do not get back with your ex. Highly unlikely your ex will immediately take you back. Break up with Ball. He doesn't deserve that. You cheated in the beginning and you did it again. Do yourself a favor, seek some help before you date again. New story, my BF cheated on me and blame my parents. My BF, 26, and I, 25, have been dating for several years now. We meet in high school and everything was great until we decide our degrees. He went to med school and I to design school. My notes were always one of the highest in our high school, but his friends started to bully me for not being smart enough to be in mid school. Those girls were also in our high school and their notes were awful. Nevertheless, they made me less and told me things like, OMG, you are never going to be someone important. You'll depend if someone as smart as us to be able to even eat. Even with that kind of commentaries, he never defended me. When I told him that they were being mean, he didn't believe me. It was until my gay BFF told me that I realized that those girls told my BF that I was the one being mean with them, and allegedly I told my BF that they were bad because I was jealous of them for not being as intelligent as them. I confront him and he told me that I was being nuts and that they would never do something like that I was just jealous of their friendship. The truth was that those two girls were using him to do their group projects without having to move a finger to work on it, and they let him do all the work alone. After a year, he finally kinda accepted that they were not as good persons. With all this, my parents started not to like him, especially cause he is from a different religion. My parents that are strict AF forbidden me to keep dating him. So we start secretly dating. After a year in college, it was being super difficult to keep seeing him without rising suspicion. We could only see each other once or twice at the bimister, especially cause he moved to another state. So he started to hang out with another classmate from high school, a beautiful girl that I'll call Eliza. She was dating another guy but was super unhappy about his relationship. So my BF became her BFF. He would come to see her to our hometown quite often. Sometimes I phone him to be a little with him and he will respond that he WWS busy hanging with her at her house at midnight alone, which to me was a red flag, but he dismissed me, telling me that I was just jealous again, that there were nothing between them because he was not handsome enough for her and also cause she had a boyfriend. I really tried to believe him, but each time it was more difficult to do so. One day I was in a dangerous situation. It was again midnight, and I was scared while hiding under my bed cause I was being hit, and I called him cause he was in town and I need him. He told me that he was busy cause he was at a party with Eliza and it would be disrespectful to let her alone, even when it was her party and all her friends were in her house with her, so he hung the phone and let me alone. A week later, I once more confront him about it. I asked him if he was cheating and he got super pissed. I explained that there is a type of cheat called emotional cheat, but he told me that I was being ridiculous. Every day he used to talk to me about her and everything awesome she do. It was becoming unbearable because he will never be with me, but every weekend when he returned to our hometown he would hang with her and told him everything. Even he told her about the status of our relationship and our secrets. It was so uncomfortable. He will always blame my parents for not allowed me to be with him. So I tried to convince him to both of us talk to them to convince them to allow us to continue being a couple. He still called himself my boyfriend, but he would not see me at all. When I finally got the nerves to confront him once more, he just told, "Why aren't you Eliza?" That triggered the biggest fight we have ever had. I felt betrayed, but he kept telling me that he was not a cheater. Then he told me he never cheated on me cause he never kissed her nor had sex with her, but that he would gladly make do with her or other girl if they bring him the attention I couldn't give him. A year later, he finally accepted to talk to my parents to be able to be together. At first they weren't happy about it, but after some time they finally accept him again. When this happened, he finally stopped seeing her. Nevertheless, the trust wasn't the same. And even nowadays I can't show him fear or insecurity about his relationships with some girls cause he will immediately call me again ridiculous, even when sometimes he will just talk to them so pretty while with me it's just so cold. Eliza's affair would be considered cheating? Or not? Bakayus, there wasn't sex involved? I'm not sure, but it feels awful and I don't know what else to do. Next interesting story. I, 23F, kissed another guy and my ex-boyfriend, 23M, found out. I, 23F, was in a relationship with my GF, 23M, for 2 years. Last year, August, I went to a party, got super drunk, and ended up kissing my old friends with benefits. Anyways, my BF got a call 2 weeks later from his friend who told him what happened. Then my BF broke up with me, and that's when I told him what happened. This whole year we've been in contact with each other, and the longest we've gone no contact is a month. Then he came back to me in July saying he couldn't stop thinking about me, but he didn't a relationship as he wasn't ready. By the way, since we broke up in August 2022, I've only seen him 4 times. So the current situation is he hasn't closed the door fully with me, but now there's another girl in the picture that he likes. He said he's thinking to take her seriously, but is not sure because he's not ready for a relationship due to him not being in the right place mentally. I'm not sure what to do because I still have feelings for him, but he now has feelings for this other girl, and he told me he thinks he still has feelings for me as he would be hurt if I moved on. However, I think what's going to end up happening is he will end up going with the other girl because it's a fresh start, but I don't know what to do. My question is, should I try to continue fighting for him? Or should I let him go? Comments, time to move on. You disrespected your relationship, and I feel he is just toying with you as punishment. You messed up. Move on and be better to the next person. That will be tough depending on how many people know what you did. Trying to salvage this relationship is not going to be healthy for you, and it will take away the strength you are going to need moving on. Subscribe to the channel. Write your opinion in the comments. Love you.